We live, business lit. Another wind up Wednesday on this bitch. I found a sunflower today, y'all.
Same ticket, both of them same ticket. This got real fucking ice on it. Yeah. Nah, serious. Hold on, hold on. I already know. Chris, watch this. Watch me blow his mind. Watch me blow his mind. This nigga over here capping. I don't think he capping no more. Hold on, I'm gonna show you who on my thing. I'm gonna talk about it on the radio. So you know Cookies, right? Yeah. So you know who Cookies, California is? Who is that? Richard Park. Richard Park. Right? Oh, you think you winning? It's a shit. Trying to suck me land. Make that bitch sit up. Yeah, hot box, very skinny. That's like the doctor. What you did out there? Black nigga charcoal. You see who she is? Fuck Richard. What that say? First official California producer. What? That means we the first one to go run. I took the best players in the country and built me a Chicago Giants.
Hey!
Fools over here. And then Richard from Cookies. Me and Bernie got into it about her. So we didn't hear him on the document. The difference is the vice president, Virgin Martin, for Cookies California. So when everybody was talking about I was with Cookies, I threw that concept up. I was doing 360, so I ain't around. Bernie was going to try to take my company.
Who was trying to take it?
They buy you out. Bernie was going to buy me out in 5 years. Right when you get to making $100 million a year, he's going to buy you out. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this industry.
We ready for it. Oops.
I be ready to fuck in my pocket like a pregnant lady, like she ready to fuck. You ain't fucking like on the white. On my knees, on my ear, like they ain't got a kid. Like I'm already in the stream, color at real school.
So we bought the growers from California here. Until our facility opened, they in Michigan grow. And what that other one with the veteran on it, that's a veteran growing it. It's called, they working on a jump shot, practicing.
I'm trying to come to like 3-4 of them. But nah.
All right. What up, world? It's your girl, Chrissy the Heartbeat, and we are here live for another Wind Up Wednesday. Just so grateful for everything that is happening. I hope you all had a great week. It's a winning Wednesday. I know the saying is wind down, but we not winding down. We winning, so we gonna keep rising up. I'm super excited about the show that we have going on today. I got two guests in here. One is a living legend. You know what I'm saying? Making headways, opening opportunities for those who are black and brown, because you know in this world that we got going on right now, it's everything against us, but we still keep thriving, we still are resistance, and we still overachieving because we are just that people, you know, and the melanin be popping everywhere. And then I got, they can't hear you yet, but they're going to be able to hear you real soon. And we're going to dive into some of his music that he has, as well as just who he is, what's coming up, and so forth. So we're going to just go ahead, and it looks like y'all ready. Oh, they ready over here. So we're going to dive right into the conversation. I think I'm going to go ahead and let JR go ahead and introduce himself. Let the world know who you are, what you got going on.
This is your boy J.R. a.k.a. Mr. Cabrini Green. I am Hip Hop Chicago in the building, live with Chrissy the Heartbeat, y'all. You know, Brother JR, I do a lot of things in Chicago, a lot of activists, and
activism, organizing to ensure that Black folks get equity in contracts and opportunities. I've been currently working on a license I won a couple years ago for cultivating a craft grow. So we won cannabis licenses to infuse, to grow, transport, and then most recently just won a dispensary license to sell cannabis legally in the state of Illinois.
Say what?
Yeah, I'm one of the first social equity Black cannabis license winner who's about to stand this business up.
Oh, that's so important. Because we know there are a lot of Black and brown people that is currently locked up. Locked up.
Locked up, yeah.
For the very thing that these other races, mainly the white people, are making millions off of. I mean, they were making millions prior to things becoming legalized and everything.
Brothers.
Yes. And these white folks you speak about, I do want folks to know, like, I'm one of a few Blacks in the state of Illinois that own licenses, Black or brown. The industry, like Chrissy Harvey just said, is 98.9% white men.
Say that number again, because
98.9% white man control the cannabis
industry.
industry.
That's more than just dominating.
Never sold a bag on the block.
No.
But they control the market and the stock.
Ooh,
So I had to come in and say, let me in with the flock. Let me stop.
Right, keep going. So clearly you have passion about what it is that you are doing, but how did you get started?
So I kind of got blessed. I was one of the people who helped advocate, as you were saying earlier, so many of us locked up for cannabis. So when they said they was going to legalize cannabis for medicinal purposes, medical purposes, we wanted to be on the front line to say that, look, while you're going through the process of legalizing this and hopefully decriminalizing, I want to be specific. There's a difference in legalization and decriminalization. And we still have people locked up for some stuff that folks are selling off the corners in stores today. So I got involved because I wanted to make sure those who was harmed by the war on drugs could actually participate in the market, right? We talk about reparations in so many forms for slavery. Right. I wanted to see if we can get some reparations for the war on drugs through participation and equity in the cannabis industry.
Oh, love it. That's what's up. And then we got DJ Ray Money over here. How you doing? He ain't ready yet.
Oh, my bad.
He in the zone.
My bad. Yo. He's a hard act to follow, honestly. Well, I'm doing fine. I really feel better since I'm sitting next to somebody like him. His stature, not even to be on that type of, but I feel.
Appreciate that, young bro.
You know what I'm saying? I really feel I'm big on energy. My name DJ Ray Money. In the streets, I'm Rayvon. That's my real name. I'm a youth advocate mentor myself by profession. So I've been a youth advocate for probably about, I want to say 9 years.
Okay.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service, because these kids.
I started when I was 23. You might do some math, But yeah, man. I'm into music heavy, man. I really feel like how he said he is hip hop. I feel like I am a part of hip hop, like in a sense. You know what I mean?
Shout out to 50 years in hip hop.
50 years, we still here. It's not a fact.
Oh.
So I just feel like right now I'm embarking on like my little journey or whatever to really stamp my feet in Chicago.
Love it. So speaking about 50 years, JR, give us one of your most profound songs or memorable songs that you just vibe to.
Somebody else's lyric is mine,
Ooh, oh wait.
Like, because I'm from Cabrini Green, let that be known.
Okay.
Like, we got like artists, you know what I'm saying? Like we got that smoke,
You got that smoke.
So
okay.
I do have a profound moment in hip hop for me.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'll give you the verse that never happened, right? That never made it to the track. It was off of this song we did. So there was an incident that happened in New York where 50 Cent supposedly had dissed R. Kelly by dropping a mic on the stage floor instead of handing it to him.
Ooh.
Like kind of dissing Chicago. So, of course.
That's disrespectful.
I know what happened to Chain. Everybody knows the Chain story. Everybody know the story about the Chain, the spin chain. So we did this move. My verse on this move, we wanted to get back at 50 Cent and G Unit. So we had put out, this track we was working on, trying to get Kells, produced.
You talking about Young Buck Chain?
Yeah, the Young Buck joint.
Oh.
You can't diss Chicago. You can't diss Chicago and get away with it. That's why Chicago took that chain. You can't. That's why he sent Young Buck. He didn't come. So we did Wars Not About.
He never liked that nigga anyway.
Right. Send up. Go check out the club before I go there and they take my jewelry.
You booked for a show. Go
That
ahead.
sounds just like a cancer.
So like 50 had got on, and you know, 50 had got on in the industry and did his thing, right? And it was like, you already shining and flourishing. No need to step off a man to step up. So we didn't like it. So we hit him with that. War is not a battle. Why settle for verses? Fuck the rap game 50. Let's get the movement of hearses, funerals, and churches. I'm from Cabrinio Green. I'm used to bullet verses. You can catch it in the worst way. Bad knife, razor blades, or pistol play. I'm leaving it at that, you know. And that was like, we was doing diss music. So at the same, my most memorable moment though, right? So at the same time I'm putting out this diss song against 50, I'm rising as a leader in Chicago and activism.
Okay.
And one of our leaders heard the track and like, you ain't gonna never publish that if you gonna be fighting for black women and children, right? Your beef with 50 and black people is over now. And that like, that was my most memorable moment. Like I never did music again after that.
Okay.
I only supported a lot of positive music. Now, you know, I'm doing cannabis, I'm doing all music. But at that time, it really made me learn about what being conscious as a rapper was, right?
Yeah.
And as an artist, right? And so they're trying to transform my life in hip hop, not to just, I'm just an artist, I'm a producer. No, I want to be an activist, right?
Yeah.
I want to be somebody who embody hip hop through community, right? Through knowledge, wisdom, right? And so that transformed my life into saying, look, for now we're going to do songs like Save Public Housing and things like this. You know, we're going to start making conscious music about the community. And so that's my most defining moment in hip hop, is like making the transition from like battle rap, gangster rap, to not just conscious rap, but to activism.
Ooh, the battle rap. They still be doing battle raps. I ain't seen Remy ain't got involved in the summit, but I want to go to a battle rap.
What you just bring up really felt like that was like that's deep there, right? Remy trended about battle rap. Remy got an artist who a battle rapper.
Yes.
And you know,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know how that go.
But it brought some. I want to shout out Remy Ma, because that whole little controversy just brought out notoriety for the battle rap industry, right? So controversy is good, right?
It is.
So when everybody like, she's sleeping on her battle rap, I'm well, let's get this nigga any good.
That's right. Is he any good?
Is he any good like Papoose? Like you gotta match up the Papoose.
He probably not, but
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I ain't heard nothing.
Papoose didn't make her drop him, so he gotta be good, right? What'd you think, Shorty? Remy Ma artist, y'all watch battle rap?
Man, look, I like to mind my business.
Good answer. Good.
You know he in the industry, right? He be
good
like,
answer.
no, bro, in the industry, you can't just be saying stuff
And
like
you
that.
be
No, I'm plugged in Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Florida. Anything I say in Chicago, I'll pull up in New York and say. I ain't got to bite my words in this country. They know what it is. I fight for black women and children. Until you measure up, shut up. That's what we tell them.
Ooh. And you heard that, right? You heard that, right? Measure up or shut up. That's just what it is. But whatever, we gonna get back to the conversation. All right, so DJ Ray Money.
Yo.
I know you have, what is your most memorable moment related to hip hop?
All right, so my most memorable, I have like, I don't know, I got one real defining moment that made me an artist.
Okay.
So like I was a young uncle, y'all know how you be a young uncle and shit.
Yeah,
when your nephews and shit is older than you, like this is my nephew right here, but he like 3 years younger than me or some shit like that, like some wild shit. But I got a nephew that's older than me. So
I know how it be in the families.
Yeah, he literally like was the person who like really like wrote my first rap.
Okay.
He, like put me on to like music and stuff like that, and then showed me how relative it was. I was 8 years old and I wrote my first rap.
Nice.
He wrote my first rap when I was 6. So when I was 8 by the time, but he was doing a lot of other stuff and showing me a whole lot of street stuff that I guess I did need to be prepared for at 8, but at 14, remembering, you know what I'm saying, all of the stuff that he instilled in me.
Right.
And all that. I done did battle rap, real rap, all of that until I transitioned to become a DJ. But I still rap too. So.
Speaking, where's the battle rap in Chicago?
On the battle rap in Chicago, I think that shit called Guerrilla Warfare. I got a nigga named Gage. That's one of the guys from Gladiator Music when I used to do Gladiator Music back in the day.
But
he,
I'm naive.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, You feel me? But they just type in guerrilla warfare.
I need to go to a battle rap with FMP Radio.
I can't even cap. I ain't gonna cap with you.
You said I don't.
Nah, I ain't really like a fan of like standing in a room full of Chicago battle rappers.
because it can go there. You know, at any moment, you feel like it can go there. But depending on who in the room, though,
you know what? You have a point.
I mean, like, it can either go there or it's gonna be mad corny. I ain't never found the medium point in it.
Dang.
Like it'll be a bunch of Pokemon card niggas and saying bars and shit, bunch of Dragon Ball Z bars and shit, and I'm just like really like, I'm tired of your gun being so big. Like I get it, yo. Right. Like you probably don't even shoot guns for real, but you a battle rapper in Chicago. And not to say that you can't live out your dreams, but I want everybody to live out their dreams, but also pay attention to their realities. That's what I preach to young people. Like you, every kid, I swear to God, nigga can't even rap, want to be a rapper.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know if it's not that, it's
I get bored in rooms like that. I get real bored in rooms like that. They need some room for the niggas. Like, I'm cool, bro. You gotta pay me to be there. If they paying us to be there, FMP will be there.
See that part. That part for real. For real, that part for real, because you gotta realize you giving them exposure, right?
Yes.
You know, it's a mutual exchange, no robbery. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel y'all on that, yeah.
Hey, well.
And if DJs tell it how it is.
I know.
If a DJ ever tell you your shit corny, it's corny. Oh, can I cuss my bad? Got mess up?
Oh, we doing more than cursing.
Okay, that's cool.
Just
that's
FYI, FMP Radio is for my people, and we can curse. We can do whatever we want because it's black owned and operated. I just still have to be in compliance with certain things of, you know, promoting the commercials and everything. But other than that, we do what we want to do internationally in 167 countries. You know what I'm saying?
I'm loving that. So, Chrissy, tell me why we talking cannabis, how you really feel about not seeing a lot of black men and women that you grew up with and knew participate in this industry? Like, how do it make folks, like, I'm on the inside now looking out. How do it make folks on the outside looking in?
Oh, that's a great question. There's a lot of different emotions that comes with that because clearly, as I mentioned earlier, I know that there's a lot of black men and that are currently locked up from something from, you know, a tray fire bag. Like,
bruh, I used to get
sober. Give him 10 years.
10 years.
Sober. For a salt bag of weed, salt bag, 10 years.
10 years.
Wow.
That shit probably wasn't even
like they sell it.
It probably was.
Boogie with roach spray on it. You put roach spray on the weed back then.
That's the worst, bro. My mama, you get booked with some gas back then, cause I come from the era where you gotta really tuck your weed, you know, you feel me, like hey, out of 100 stops, they got me 10 times. I get victory out of that. 100 stops, they got me 10 times.
The fact that
yes.
pause right there. The fact that you said that you got stopped 100 times. 100.
At least.
Stop his friends, tell his finest.
I used to live in Peace and Hyde Park. You feel me? Like
that's traumatizing.
It really was like, I gotta keep moving though. I got these pieces to drop off. I was sit the fuck on.
Right.
When he driving so crazy through this bitch, I got dope, I got piece of shit, but at the end of the day, but that was before that shit. It was like really, I'm getting cars took for weed.
Yeah.
100 times. He said
100 times.
He said,
me and my brother.
They catch me 10 times. I feel like it's a victory. Hold that thought.
I know.
It's like you stopped me 100 times. You got me 10 times. You ain't supposed to touch me one time. No, legally you're not supposed to be touching me. And it's like hearing young folks tell this story like that. This is why I go hard, right? Because I be like, this shit gotta end.
It do.
Or we gonna turn up a little harder than Martin and Malcolm. You know, we do. Black Friday, we turn up. We turn up. We shut shit down. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking bank account look different come Monday. You feel me?
Period. As it should.
And it hurts though, you know, like these people made $1.5 billion last year.
Say that dollar amount again.
I'm gonna give you the dollar amount. I'm gonna start from the beginning with y'all. Okay, so in 2017 and 18, Illinois estimated that the legal weed industry, recreational, can produce about $500-600 million a year.
Ooh, okay.
The first, so the first year, when they thought they was gonna get $300 million worth of, they was gonna tax it, like he was gonna end up taxing $300 million. they end up having to tax $700 million.
Ooh.
So they made an extra $400 million that year. They didn't even know what they was gonna make.
And we ain't got no money.
Look.
Right.
The next year, the second year, legal or recreational, $1.2 billion. Now they done made double what they expected coming in. So they'd be like, I only was expecting $100,000 this year in income, and I made $300,000. That means I should be able to do a little more for the kids, the family,
all
everybody,
that.
right? And so you would think that with your government. Last year they made $1.5 billion
Off of weed.
off of cannabis.
Sorry.
Black folks and
Cannabis.
ownership didn't take $1 of that money.
None of that shit. But you know
We're
what?
still waiting. We got licenses and we're still waiting to open to get in the industry.
I feel like they got to get their reparations money from somewhere because we need that. Son. Because I feel like, and you know what I'm saying, I really feel like as black people, we really get like a super short end of the stick about like, how to live life, but only because we got the best end of the stick on the other shit.
We do.
I want to be nothing but black. Like,
That is
period.
real. That is real.
Motherfuckers
That is
get
real.
money.
That is real.
Motherfuckers get
That
No,
killed.
that is
no,
real.
No, it is real.
Real shit, shorty. Like
Hey,
real shit,
Y'all
fam.
want to switch motherfuckers.
That's right.
places, then y'all can't even do that with us. Like we really turn, you know what I'm saying, nothing into something every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All the time.
Every day, every minute,
bro,
every
I'm
hour.
so cold. I'm literally a 3 place in one type of time type of nigga, yo. Like I really like move, you know what I'm saying, for a righteous path. But then at the end of the day, shit, I know I gotta get mad, and I love to break into the weed industry and shit, develop my own strain, cultivate some shit. You know what I mean? Like
That's what our goal
be
is.
able to be
Right.
confidently growing weed in my basement or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Like,
So let's talk about that.
Not
So let me-
the basement.
No,
We
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
land.
Hold on, stop right there.
Oh.
I'm down the house and I got like a chill basement.
So when I hear that, I gotta interject. Right?
Okay, let's
Be
go
like
with it.
God and the ancestors reaching out. So they say, put your cannabis hats on. Right? So what you want to do
Let's go.
is get you a medical cannabis card.
And those who
That's
are
a
tuning
patient.
in right now.
Listen to me, everybody who's tuning in. If you want to grow 5 plants in your basement, get you a medical cannabis card,
Okay.
right? For whatever condition you need to be prescribed for cannabis, PTSD, like
I
black
definitely
folks.
got PTSD.
Yeah, I think every person black that grew up in Chicago has PTSD. Even white folks got it in Chicago. They've been around the gun
I
violence.
got a
They're
question.
getting robbed up north now. I know Lincoln Park got PTSD
Yeah.
with robberies right now.
I got PTSD. I hear sirens all the time.
So I want to give these young folks the game, and everybody can get mad and say, well, you telling them not to do it. I'm telling you how to do it legally. Now, what you call the right way and wrong way is based off your theory.
Right.
So if the law say with a medical cannabis card that costs me $250, $300 for going to a doctor, right?
Okay.
I can grow 5 plants
In my house.
in my house at a time. And you know how many 5 plants, how much pounds 5 plants produce?
No, I do not feel like
No.
Well, I can get 2 of them out of there, 2.5, 3. I can stretch some things.
And they can keep going too.
Yeah, like
keep reloading.
we can get into it like exactly. So you say I can have 5 plants.
Okay.
I can grow about there's like rainbow sherbet. You can produce that from a grow in 60 days, 90 days.
Right.
45 to 60 days. It's just how the genetics works, right? So you take that and go. So I do 5 plants 6 times a year. 6 times, that's 30 plants. You feel me? Have that is woo woo wop wham.
Well, I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? Legal.
Throughout the year, yeah.
Right now, if you got your medical card, you growing 5, 6 times a year, 30 plants.
And your
And
friend.
you growing like 10 pounds a year, like off your card. And your friend, your cousin, all got cards. If 10 of y'all got a card,
It's done.
that's a social club.
Yeah.
It
If 10 of
is.
y'all had a card that was going to the dispensary and control where your dollar go, to what, the street dealer or dispensary, I have a case for the actual legal and illegal market. If you control where your dollar go with the supplier, right? Intentional, right? And you bring in clientele, then them prices drop, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's what you do, I do it. My job is to give y'all the game. A lot of people don't want me giving them the game. Hey, y'all, I'm giving out the game.
I love the game.
99. Thank Chrissy the Heartbeat. So I'm gonna say it again slow. In the state of Illinois, you can acquire a medical cannabis card for $250 through a doctor.
Do a doctor.
I got a couple numbers for you.
No, you got to be in the. You have to be in the club in order.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, you gotta be in the
Those who are
club.
tuning in, you got to be in the club in
Because
order
I
to
can't
get in.
pretend.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right. You ain't gonna just do this. Because it's gonna expand into a conversation me and you was having.
I know.
About more than 5 plants, a lot of land. Right?
Period.
You know what I'm saying about
And we
land?
gonna make that happen too.
You know, that's right, because we have time and opportunity.
Yes, we do.
You know what?
So you take them 5 plants that you can do. You get your cousin to get a car, your friend to get a car, right? Then you create a social club.
The social club.
Hey, I want y'all to look up the Illinois Cannabis Gifting Law.
Illinois Cannabis Gifting Law.
I'm sure if I got my handy
For those who are in Illinois.
For those who's in Illinois, don't try to stop time.
Who are here in Illinois.
Illinois Cannabis Gifting Law.
We gonna have a whole.
That's what I say when I give people marijuana, that it's a gift.
That's right. You're not charged. No, like it's like donations. Like even not even the donations for it. Like you can buy a T-shirt, literally buy a T-shirt, and get a free 3.5, and I'm not selling the weed.
You can buy the stream into my mixtape.
You can. That's right.
That probably
That's
just
right.
went over.
So I'm gonna do it for the DJ. You can. I'm gonna give you. He go to gamefree.com
Come on, let's
again.
kill him. Talk to me. I'm listening.
Now you can give out your mixtape, right? With a free 3.5. You see what I'm saying? You buy the mixtape, it come with a free 3.5. My job is to promote good cannabis in the state of Illinois.
Good
promote
cannabis.
craft growers and home growers. So I'm actually starting a club, and we got one with some other folks who are real medical patients. With new folks. We started a new club with new folks who want to join a medical cannabis social club. Right?
Nice.
And we show you how to eat.
Eat and be merry.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
The only way to be.
And then you can start growing yourself. You know, I want to see how people, you saw that? The free, like a lot of people say, well, you got dispensary, why would you tell people? Because the extra legal market going to do what it do. Let me tell y'all this again. And
So basically, if somebody comes and say, like, let's say you got like a $15 T-shirt or something, right, that you paid for to get it created and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You can basically raise your profits because niggas know they can possibly get weed from you when they come see you.
so in New York,
Like,
I went to this shop called Legacy, right? And this group, and I happen to know
I
the
love
guy.
that.
And he's gonna blow you, Chris. Like you gonna really like this one. And the owners of that shop is M1.
Who?
M1 from Dead Prez.
Oh.
He owns Legacies in New York, right?
Nice.
And he has a shop that if you buy digital art, you get a free 3.5.
Oh, period.
So as you can see in this paper, you see in this picture right here,
And the artist price is low key,
I
right?
bought the T-shirt and some digital art. I probably walked out there with a good.
Let me
none of
see,
your
please.
Business, none of your business. Check it out. That's me in the shop.
So that's how I
Aroma. So you
that's
see me
how I
sporting
can
that
raise
aroma
the
shirt.
value of my art.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
that's nice.
And give my friends cannabis.
Crushing the
because they
game.
need
I'm gonna do NFTs on certain strands.
I'm a
You only have to.
representative
You gonna only have to get it through an
I
NFT
can
or
help
digital
you out with
coin.
stuff.
Like. I
Look,
can
we
get
all
creative.
can help each other. That's what we doing. We forming a social club.
Like yeah, that's what we need.
I know. And I'm the heartbeat, so we gonna make it happen. Anyway, DJ, we gonna get into some of your music. Which one we going with first?
Let's listen to Geek. We can go to Geek.
We gonna go to Geek.
For my first mixtape, I got 2 mixtapes out, man. It's DJ Ray Money. This is Geek. Yeah.
You know, we about to find out.
About to find out.
We'll be right back.
This song, I don't remember recording it this, but I can still go to this. I can still flow to this. I can still roll to this. You know I be all day with this. Oh snap, we on live, baby. you get me up, got my head in the clouds. You tell me I'm the man when the world fake me out. I don't got 100 grand, but I can't tell when you around. We drink that liquor straight, I don't need to chase it down. Let you get me up, got my head in the clouds. You tell me I'm the man when the world fake me out. I don't got 100 grand, but I can't tell when you around. Drink that liquor straight, I don't need to chase it down. Let you get me up. Tell me what I wanna hear. Got me big headed, about to fall on my chest. You could have been a prostitute, I wouldn't even care. You can tell me about your scars and all the pain you couldn't bear. I'm doing 50 in a 20 fucking ticket, cause I ain't felt that pussy in a minute. Can't really hold it out on my city like a scrimmage. Phone calls up the blue just to let you know I'm missing. Every time I take a loss, you remind me that I'm still winning. Know your man the boss, say he's standing on real business. I'ma do what I do, and you just choose to deal with it. First time like lunchtime, the nigga need that meal ticket. You believe in me? You gon' stay or you gon' leave? I'm a scammer and the thieves, baby, what you see in me? Damn, it's you and me, and if it's meant to be, then it'll be. Girl, you got me geek. Let you get me up, got my head in the clouds. You tell me I'm the man when the world fake me out. I don't got 100 grand, but I can't tell when you around. You drink that liquor straight, I don't need to chase it down. Let you get me up, got my head in the clouds. You tell me I'm the man when the world fake me out. I don't got 100 grand, but I can't tell when you around. Drink that liquor straight.
Here you go. Tyrone said he was coming.
Well, I see it. But I say it, I believe it when I see it.
Whole box of music.
Empowering it with AI. Imagine a fleet of super technicians utilizing the most advanced tools needed to manage your entire IT environment. It's an revolution. Atera introduces AI-powered IT.
When he did the Vlad interview,
For decades, the industry remained unchanged. Now, we're transforming manual, repetitive, time-consuming processes into singular, streamlined operation. The greatest leap in IT history. Atera's AI gathers all required data, autonomously runs and analyzes all relevant tests, and provides the optimal solution for any IT issue, based on millions of similar cases, each enhancing its IT intelligence, cutting average resolution times from hours to minutes, and from tens to hundreds of cases solved each day.
brother by the name of Bishop Ford.
Enter a new era of AI-powered IT and join the revolution.
That's why a lot of people get their empire deal too. You didn't hear it from me. No, yes, you did.
You funny. All right, y'all. That was DJ Ray Money's song called Geeked. And you got to let us know how. That's your third song?
I want to change my third song.
Oh, you want to change your third
song? I got a
song?
guest there that's dope, and I don't want to, young nigga him up, I got some shit.
No, you can do you, man.
Nah,
I'm versatile. But go ahead and show me your versatility.
Yeah, we definitely want the versatile for sure.
I cut you off, but it just sparked on because it feel like I feel like I'm just sitting back being a student right now. Like I don't even feel like
you and me both.
You feel me? And I feel like that's a good thing. Like I always say metaphorically, like I got big ears. Like I like to sit back and I like to listen to things and, you know what I'm saying, peep my position in life and see how it can be better. You know what I'm saying? And actually gravitate towards the people that make me better. Because I help people. You know what I'm saying? Every single day.
Ooh, love that.
And blessings come from that trust.
Yeah, absolutely. Trust me, I know.
I tell people, I
walking testimony.
Like, these weed licenses, I felt like God and the ancestors rewarded me.
Yeah, this guy put me in
like 20 years ago when I got in this work, the women always say it ain't about the money. What God got for you, man can't give you. And to tell people the truth like that shit really paid off, and that shit was true. I didn't change my morals. I didn't compromise when it came to black women and children. So I used to be controversial. I used to take over vacant homes, fix them up, and move homeless women and children in. And that's what I was doing.
Let me. We need that right now.
I know it's crazy more than ever. It's like, so this was 2009, and then the world know it, the city know it. Like, I would sleep about the migrant crisis. So I'm gonna touch on a lot of things because JR speak freely, right?
Yes, you do.
And I'm involved in a lot of stuff, right? Especially when it comes to Black Chicago. So we got a housing crisis in Chicago that black women and children been facing forever, right?
Yes.
And I told people, they used to like, why you taking over housing? because I actually know the mother sometime, or I know of the case. I hear the case 100 times. You know, mother at work.
Yeah.
Son got caught with drugs. She getting evicted. So I still run an organization called the Chicago Anti-Eviction Campaign. Our claim to fame was we wanted to enforce the human right to housing, not advocate, but enforce it. Like
I like enforcing.
You know, so we said if you put them out, we move them in. And we had a movement called Take Back the Land. So I'm from the school of free the land, free the land, free the land by any means necessary.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And I laid out law with our organization in 2009 when we formed, right? We go, here this black man spent 9 months in their mother's stomach, rent free. Then 18 years in their mother's home, rent free. Black man. Talking about the race. I can't identify, I can't relate. I know as a black man, I can relate to certain things. 18 years in a black woman household, 9 months in her stomach, rent free. Then another black woman, children, mother, girlfriend, sister, cousin, right? We ain't never been ahead of the household for until we got on our own. But a good 20 plus years, black woman household. So how we let them put them out? Public housing, Section 8, market rate rental, and foreclose on them and don't do nothing. So I said, I'm gonna get gangster with the bank. You know, if I'm young, I can get gangster with the guys, I can get gangster with the bank.
Yeah.
And so we did that, right? And I got to see the heart of man, right? And I had the support of some babas like Mama Pat Hill, you know what I'm saying? You know, I come from the school of Marion Stout, Carol Steele, you know, Baba Conrad, Royale, Henry English. I had the support of a black network of olders and elders who guided me through this, right? And because I challenged them, like, y'all did a lot of gangster shit during your era before they soften you up, take over houses, right? Because this shit was make sense to me. So from that, you know, we got the government change their ways on how they foreclose, giving community access to housing. You get what you fight for. I'm here to fight for our people, right? And all people. So I got 15 years of experience with the human rights, right? I did 15 years of work with the United Nations, like fighting about America. Got 2 human rights awards. So I can speak about the migrant issues better than most. I can show you and her. I actually stayed in Venezuela for 2 months, right? Ain't that crazy? I know Hugo Chavez when he was there, right? You never know how God put you in these places and why he put you in these places, right? You can show that to the viewers. You can scroll up, you see JR in a black hat, just scroll up the screen. You'll see me with a hat cocked, got Che Guevara on it, and you see a building behind
I just want to read the article, so you got to text this to me.
You say, in the land of Bolivar.
Oh, I see you right there.
You say 2006. So I knew this was coming, right?
So you say you spent 2 years?
2 months.
2 months in Venezuela?
No, yeah, but I did 15 years of human rights work. So I've been in a lot of places across the world. I looked at housing. So I was looking at housing when I was overseas. I was looking at housing, no matter where I went in South Africa.
It's hard not to look at housing though when you go to certain places. Like
the black people got it fucked up everywhere we go. Afro-Venezuelans, Afro-Mexicans, Afro-Hondurans, Afro-everything got it fucked up across the globe when it comes to land. So I wanted to redefine how I advocate for human rights in land.
We already know the why. It's because we just who we are. So they gotta.
So crazy. Like.
They gotta make us feel. They gotta. Right.
Until you take over.
Until you
tell them like we can go there too.
Right.
You know, just like in cannabis, we took over cannabis. We told like we ain't going. We made the government do this.
I feel like that I'm due like some type of piece of the pie, and I've always said this. You feel me? Like just for being harassed so much. And then when they legalized it, everybody was happy, and I was upset.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, because as a black man, you feel me, just growing up as a black teenager, you feel me, as I was harassed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the PTSD that I have from the harassment, from the
100 times.
Yeah.
You got locked up 10
He said
times.
100 times.
100 times got locked up 10. He said, look, not 100 times. He said out of every 100, it'd be like 10 times they get them. That's what you said, right? Like,
shit like that, yeah. I
because
probably got 11 arrests about just about cannabis alone. You feel me? Like I had to go get my expungement sheet and shit. So I was just looking at my shit, and I just remember.
You know what's crazy when he just said that? Someone was supposed to come to you, right? Because in order to qualify for a cannabis license, you had one of the ways to qualify for social equity. You had to have a weed charge. You see what I'm saying? In order to apply.
They took me through a weed class, right? But they
never told you. They never told you.
They ain't gonna tell you.
They were just like,
they ain't gonna tell you. You know that already.
I was just like, yeah. That's why only 2,700 people applied for the last round of dispensary license.
So who? I want to. Wasn't it?
And when's the next
Trump
round?
that legalized weed?
No, it was Governor Pritzker actually was the one that legalized it in the state of Illinois. So just so the viewers know, and it's not who's not in the state of Illinois. that's watching this. In the state of Illinois, cannabis is legal. On a federal level, it is a Schedule 1 drug, right? It means a felony.
Yeah, that's what that means.
FELONY.
But isn't it across the board, not just here in Illinois?
So it's a bunch of states that legalize, right?
Yeah, it's like 20 states.
20 some states that legalize.
Like 20 states.
You like legalized with sanctions or something?
No, so we legalized. We didn't truly decriminalize. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Although we did have retroactive expungement for some cases.
I would really accept reparations for that alone, and I wouldn't even fuck.
So here's what's crazy. So
Right,
coming from multiple movements, we're able to connect the dots. So Brother Cam Howard is a good friend of mine.
Shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam. Cam would tell you, like, I was one of the people who said we got to enforce the human rights of reparation.
For sure.
And Cam was one of the first group of people that we gave human rights enforcement rights to. Like you can do this because you embody these values that we do when it comes to enforcing human rights.
Right.
And since doing that, like after hitting Norfolk Southern at the train, and we did so many protests, he worked with a young lady named Commissioner Robin Rue Simmons, right?
Okay.
I've heard that name.
That's right, because she taking cannabis dollars and paying reparations to the residents of Evanston. Shout out
To her.
Robin Fifth Ward on
Period.
Instagram.
I feel like
social
everybody else should
media.
follow suit with that.
You gotta get on. You gotta get on the show.
Give me my bread.
Come on with it.
We gotta,
Come on and make it happen.
I got you.
Cause I'm ready for everybody. If you got a story to tell, come on my show.
See that? So you're right. Y'all do from the war on drugs. We ain't saying slavery from 1800 because you got to prove this, that you was a descendant. But like we go, so if we ain't got to prove that we descendants of slaves, right? Okay, we can go straight to, okay, why you think you deserve reparations? It's a conversation for what your grandparents, what their great grandparents went through.
We ain't got to talk about that.
So we say we ain't got to talk about them. Exactly. We talk about the war on drugs, right?
We're talking about what's happening right now.
Jim Crow. We can come talk about that new
We only
plantation
need 50 years.
known as the private prison.
We do the last 20.
We can do the last. No, we can
No, you gotta go back to the
We
60s,
give
man.
last. We can get
Them
last.
people was clowning since the 60s. The 50
No, he talking
Negroes
about-
sagas.
The last 30?
I'm saying
Since the 80s?
we can plead a case just off of this from the 70s to now.
Yeah, we can do that.
We sure
Because
can.
crack,
But we
crack.
but
that
we
would've won.
would have to lay it out from the 70 case. We call them the C number cases.
Mm.
And the C number cases where they putting these brothers in a supermax because they got tired of American oppression. And people always talk about
I
movements,
told
right?
them they was locking up all the bosses.
I mean, they weren't just bosses; they was community leaders and organizers.
That's
So
different.
That's what I like about bosses.
And they was known as street organizations, right? Not gangs, right?
Right.
And we talking about the G.D. Stone, Vice Lord, all the mob.
The origin of this shit.
Yeah, that's right. They became
The game
community-
changes.
That's right. They became community organizers because they was tired of the oppression, having watched what their parents experienced in the 50s and 60s.
Right.
Because they went from like the Black Panthers to the Bloods and Crips. You hear that transformation. Black
Yeah.
Panthers to the G.D. Stone, Vice Lord, Beauty, Pole Driver, and
Yeah.
so on, right? So we say that no, these are still community organizers who was tired of your bullshit, right? And because they had the ability to organize, they hit with the same numbers they hit the political prisoners with,
Okay.
right? So for a 1-3 case, a lot of the leaders was getting like 50 years for a case they carried one. They have conspiracy of a gang affiliate with no shit. I used to tell the government all the time, well, look, everybody know I come from a diverse family of gangs. We found a certain mob. I ain't gonna do none of that shot now, right? Board members and all of that, right? But you can't say, okay, I'm in a conspiracy because my uncle was this, my daddy was this, my brother was this, my cousin was this. Because I had family members working government. And you don't get me on a conspiracy for being a government motherfucker. Don't get me on a conspiracy for being a street motherfucker.
Right.
You can make a conspiracy up all the fuck you want. I hate that word because they don't have to prove anything. The word conspiracy alone, all they got to prove is that
Y'all started
Something.
having a conversation.
you had a
Yeah.
conversation with this person and you're like, God, well, that's going to happen.
Right.
Who don't do that?
On a daily basis.
You know,
Day
so
to day.
yeah, like we need reparations from like the 70s on up, man. Right now, like, and we got to get it out the weed industry, right? Pharmaceuticals got to pay the price.
Ooh, man.
Because they wrong.
100 times.
And they,
He said 100. I'm stuck on this.
yeah, I'm stuck on that too. But you said, DJ, you wanted to play a different song. Is it
Why you got that?
Why You Got That? Hold on.
the red one I could do.
The red.
Value too.
Why you got that?
Yeah, why you got that.
All right, so we're gonna definitely play another one of your songs. The conversation in here, baby.
Yeah, I feel like
Aren't you glad that you came this week instead of last week?
Yeah, because Brother Islam was gonna get on that.
They was on that.
Okay, but I'm a good dude though.
I mean, I know, I understand, but
I love different.
just.
But you right though. You right when you right.
Thank you. That's all I need. You know.
I love when people are right.
I'm a strategist.
That's dope.
I knew just the energy with this was gonna be so much more better.
For sure.
Period. All right. So anyway,
man, that stuff that you gifted me was man.
We gonna get to this song. And it's called "Why You Got That." We didn't talk about geek because we went right back into the other conversation. So after this song, you got to tell us how you came about with geek as well as this song. You know, but let's go ahead and vibe out real quick. And here it is, DJ Ray Money. Why You Got That? After the ad.
Hitting against your skin really fast, but they also blow air on you during it, and it really helps.
It's a mistake, so I was just going
They like, why you got that?
Why you got that? The nigga, why you got that?
The nigga, why you got that? The nigga, why you got that?
If they shoot this, you gon' run.
Why you got that?
The nigga, why you got that?
The nigga, why you got struck? The nigga, why you got that? The nigga, why you got that?
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
They like, why you got that gun? This shit here for protection. They got the legs to run out there, no bitch, so I ain't stressing. They got lungs to talk to kids, so I won't give up no confession. You a hating little nigga, best believe you gon' respect them. Might teach your ass a lesson, ain't no safety on this western. Nigga should've seeked employment, could've caught your ass a blessing. Could've gave your ass direction, could've stressed you out for flexing. Bodies almost get dropped just for tweaking in my presence.
Should I turn your mic on?
He gon' be a memory. Might put him out as memory.
Okay.
Leave his ass in Tennessee. Independent on the beat, got the shit they wanna leak, got the food they wanna eat. I can bring it to you though. This shit come like Uber Eats. I can ship it for the low. It'll only take a week. Hit him with that slow creep. Nigga, where you wanna meet? I can show you how to grow, but first you gotta buy the seeds. I can tell she a hoe just by looking at her knees. Talking when I'm talking, bitch. That's my pet peeve. Fuck by the damn Trump. Why they didn't let me? Crime get committed and they first suspect me. Yeah, they serve and protect, but they don't protect me. Ain't no justice in the streets, we just live and let be. Every day like your last, I could've died last week. My nigga died in his sleep, and all I could think was that could've been me. What you mean, do I got it on me? See me walking by my lonely, just cause I created distance, don't mean I'm acting phony. I won't complain about a long week. Nigga, what you wanna eat? Steaks up alone me. I don't know a nigga with enough bucks that he can loan me. As a jit, I was fucked up, but they don't trust the grown me. I still put them in the long sleep. Niggas wanna Malcolm X me, bitches wanna Al Capone me. Niggas wanna X me out, and bitches wanna kill me. Niggas wanna take me out, and bitches wanna go eat. Niggas wanna snake me out, the pain running so deep. Yeah, I took a different route, but it's the same old me. Live from the 773, I blow the heavenly tree. It's guaranteed they ain't fucking with me, and I ain't tucking my heat. You get left in the street, might get some blood on my sneaks, and I ain't had them a week. That's the mission complete. I had the first to leap. I get that bag on my sleep, and I ain't missing the beat.
Okay. I just had to rest my first, man. I took a little break from rapping and I turned to a DJ, and I was just like, man, fuck that. I gotta stay my essence, like, yeah, DJ party, but this rap shit, bleed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard, bro.
All right, that was DJ Ray Money. Why you got that? And that was, of course, another hot song. You got to tell us what was the vibe or energy that you had going on at that time when you wrote this song. And then you got to get back to Geek, too. You got to talk about Geek.
Alright, so I just felt like I was doing too much like commercial rap, like what was going on like in the modern time. But when I dropped that tape, it was probably like 2 years ago, like almost like post pandemic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I know we still in the kind of. You know what I mean?
The pandemic.
Yeah.
The
But,
pandemic.
basically, it's just like they asking us like, you know what I'm saying? We getting 6 to 30 for holding firearms and shit when they can just really, if they catch a young person with a firearm not doing any violent acts, yeah, you can arrest them, but then provide him with classes so he can have a legal firearm and show him how to have legal firearm safety. If he doesn't want to go through that, then you can get in.
They don't want to do right.
But now I'm saying though, if that's your initial, if your first arrest was I got arrested for a gun, but instead of threatening my life and my whole everything, that you actually helped me be licensed to have a gun. Now it's a licensed firearm. Every bullet that you shoot is coming with your name on it. You learning this shit from the rooter to the, you feel me?
Right.
And you learn the ins and outs to holding the firearm from professionals. That's gonna then what? Stimulate the firearm business, firearm safety business. And now everybody gonna be able to actually police their streets instead of being just scared weirdos. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so happy right now.
You and me both.
I'm so
Because
happy
you should the conversation last week
like, wow.
with the principals, what came out. So last week I had some very exceptional Black men and women who were changing, the schools that are at risk, the high schools that are at risk here in the city of Chicago. One of them was Dunbar. Another one was prestigious in the Evanston area. But anyway, these 5 principals, and there were a few others, basically have went in and from their grade level being to a 1 or 2, have been able to produce their grade levels now being at an 8 or 9.
Wow.
In just a short period of time. Exactly. And we know that the other races, you can't teach us what it is that we need to know about how to survive in this world. But I'm saying all that to say is one of my questions was like based off of the fact that they were removed as principals and leaders in the schools and communities and making changes. And I posed the question of why, like, why based off of that one person who may get locked up, a young man who may get locked up, how much money is about to be made off of just that one individual that's getting locked up? If we sit and think about how many people come in contact with that one person, there's the police officer, then we got the judge, and all the people that's in that area.
That's like
$125,000 a year. Public
defender's
office, private investigation, the probation officer, the paralegals, the clerk, the janitor, the sheriff officer,
correction officer,
the people who got the Aramark contract for the clothing they wear up in there, the
okay.
food contracts in there,
the
telephone contracts up in there. Oh, it can get deep.
I know it can. From one person.
One person.
How much money was that?
So we know why they went after them principals, right? Because we've been there before. 2009, 10, 11, 12. Almost 6,000 male Black teachers was let off in the CPS school system in the city of Chicago.
When was that?
2009, 10, 11, 12.
Was that Rom?
You say Rom, the eraser.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, that.
Rom Huberman.
Rom the eraser. I like that though.
It's a joke, but it's for real.
But it's for real. So you knock out them.
I know.
And then you knock out them, and then you come back with a second wave with the successful Negro, right? That comes in and fix up the schools. Lynn Bloom, urban prep.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, because they became in a short period of time stellar, prestigious organizations and institutions that would garner national attention.
Yes, they did.
Philanthropic dollars unheard of.
Yes, they did.
That the private money outweighs the public money that's coming into the place, right?
Yeah.
And what has been put on the pedestal is these people with darker skin. And so I'm glad you had them people on sharing their story. Like they will erase us in our presence, man. Like these black male teachers and these black women teachers who are
principals, not teachers. They were
I take it back.
principals.
Let me take it back. Like they principals, right? And I just say teachers because that's what they initially. Every principal tell I'm still a teacher, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, every head teacher would tell I'm still a teacher. So these educators, I call them, has transformed a system way of thinking, saying that we can do better for us. I heard them names before 1,000 times. It started with Marva Collins, right? Every time you have successful black folks, educated black folks, got to get rid of them. Create the controversy.
Yep.
They implant people to do this.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, I'm going to share the YouTube video. It's 2 hours worth you watching of them telling their story and just really diving in on what's going on and how is a group of individuals that they made up a whole bunch of lies. And because the white people, you know, made up these lies, it's, oh, I'm white and I'm right. And they just went with it, even though based off of the things that they shared as far as the evidence that they shared did not match the facts.
So if you look at the public execution, this is what I call it, right? These public guillotine contests, right? They cut their heads off in a whole career, kill a career. Everyone, right?
Yes.
So these public executions and black leadership, I call it, effective leadership has been going on these last 10, 12 years in a way I've never seen before. And I've been doing this 20 years. So 8 years prior to this. Because at the time we was promoting, get more black folks involved in the community. Like he touched my elbow and say, thank you for his service.
I wonder if that's Brother Muhammad.
Yes, it is. He said he's downstairs.
Okay. So we gonna play another song, but are y'all gonna continue the conversation while I go get him?
We can continue the conversation. This
all right, give me your phone.
My heart.
Give me your phone, so I can help guide.
You got this. It's all about. I feel like right now it's all about unity for real.
Yeah.
And like I'm sort of like an introvert, but I'm an extrovert to important people. You know what I'm saying? So like I only like to hang around important people. I only like to hang around people who have shit going on that I can look up to and inspire people.
That's why somebody make you better. You can't be smart as motherfucker.
That's what I mean by hang around. I'm around certain people that aren't that way, so I'm able to lead. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A whole like race of people. I call them like my sons. You know what I'm saying? But
that's
I
how it is.
Over 100 sons in the streets. You feel me? Yeah. Like over probably 200 sons in the streets.
So a lot of stuff I left out. Thank you for your service again. So
everybody not successful.
That's right. And I give you some names, right? And all of Chicago knows, like no cap, I'm him, right? When it comes to activism and organizing, right? So your BYP 100, most of their founders, I did leadership development for them. I raised them as youth. I had a set of young people in Chicago from different tribes. Judy Stone, White Little BB tribe, like almost you can name West Side, South Side, Capri Green, North Side, right? Youth organizers who was doing music, they was doing protests, right? They were challenging the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center, right? Which should be known as the Audi Home, right? Which had to be changed to rehabilitation, right? Because it should be a detention. These are kids.
Every week.
I thank you for your service, right? Again, so I did work with Southwest Youth Clear Avenue. I was there at the beginning of Phyllis leadership by the Youth Fly, who fought for the Trauma Center. Corey, Daz, rest in peace, Damian Turner. That's how you got the Trauma Center. So I did youth organizing and development. The crazy part is that, like you said, like all of them ain't gonna be successful, right? And I'm talking about I deal with them from not just street tribes, from gender, whether you was an academic or not, in college, out of college, community college, University of Chicago, Northwestern, DePaul, all types of walk doing leadership development. So how we organize and how I learned to organize for some of the greatest. And I started watching the isolation and division. That's why I said it's no secret that they went after these black teachers and principals, right? Because they went after black activists like this. And I'm blessed by one of the brothers coming in.
I know. I'm glad he here too.
We on that subject.
We got Tyrone Muhammad in the building.
Look, and me and Tyrone talked about it. So they went after the teachers. They went after JR. You know, they went after me. But you know, strong black woman in the city, you wouldn't let that shit ride. You know what I'm saying? They try to call me everything. I've been called everything under the sun.
I'm sure. I know. I just came back in after.
Right.
So
still building off your conversation.
Oh, the principal's conversation and how much money these white people make off of one person going to jail. That's what we.
Or stopping the movement, right? So I want to stay on that because they made money through the structure, and in the movement, they erase people's history like activists, right? They'll call them, oh, he's anti-woman.
Yeah.
Oh, he's homophobic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's anti-Semitic. They tried all this with me. It didn't work just because of the Black Friday move we made. And that was a black collective. Boy, I swear like that other on earth. $1.7 billion they lost on Black Friday. That's $100 million. Say, try that again. Oh, man.
Oh, ain't no trying.
Ain't no trying, bro. The Democrats.
Ain't no trying.
I'm going to let y'all know on with Chrissy the Heartbeat and everybody. I'm getting active during the Democratic National Convention to pay homage to the way they did it in '68. Not that way, but a new way.
Ooh.
And certain demands they made for my people, and not just in this city and state, but in this country. Then America gonna find out at the DNC in Chicago, right?
DNC.
Black folks ain't going no more.
We sure ain't.
You know, we can protest the Democratic National Convention.
I'm tired of protesting.
The Republican National Convention. I'm saying it's a way you can protest, but they ain't just got to always take the street. There's some things you can do to disrupt some things.
You just gotta disrupt the money, the flow of the money.
Disrupt the flow of the money.
That's one thing I know for sure.
Black Friday taught everybody that $1.7 billion was lost on Black Friday because they shot Laquan McDonald.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice after that protest, a lot of mainstream activists like myself kind of faded back and let a lot of the young folks have
right.
It. And regardless how they turned out, shout out Will Calloway, Jedediah, Lamar, J-Mar, it was a bunch of them little young guys.
Yes.
That formed BYP 100. But when the infighting started, right, we say, who gonna make the money after this Black Friday?
Right.
If you look at the number, you'll find out that BLM after that took $300 million.
They
$300 million. BLM took $300 million. Who got the money? Even the Chicago activist who was a part of BLM never saw none of that money. While you was going over here trying to redirect the money from the people running around with the red, black, and green. And that's their problem with me was. It ain't so much that JRE don't do human rights. It's just, do you have to take the red, black, and green flag everywhere you wear it? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I do.
What type of question is that?
I want to stand on it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to black folk. So it's been a public execution of black officials in business.
That sounds like you intimidated. You intimidated on my red, black, and green.
Yeah, like, I find it offensive.
I don't give a fuck.
And it be some black folks like, you gonna mess up the bag. Like, I just literally laughed at Cannabis Edition. Y'all look at my.
With the red, black, and green.
But I got the weed hat because it was match this, right? And people were like, you know, weed is for everybody, Jay. I'd be like, black folks, sit your safe ass down somewhere, right?
Wait, not the safe black people.
Your safe ass.
Oh, I like to call them the Negro pens.
Yeah, safe ass on my face.
The Negro pens and the Oreos.
Trying to tell us how we're supposed to live our life according to what they seen on TV growing up and some stupid.
Yeah, that crazy ass shit.
I hate that shit.
Yes. We wanna what's the other song that you want to get to? And then Mr. Muhammad, I know you just joined us. This is your first time in the studio and on my show, you know, so if you don't mind, come on and bless us. Bless us on the mic real quick. What'd you say?
It's the first track, The Last Dance on the second.
The Last Dance?
I like that title too, bro. Like the Bulls.
It's on the same album?
That's why you got that. It's like the first one.
Oh, okay. All right, bet. So we're going to go ahead. You're going to introduce.
The last time I was here, these are the same 3 songs I played in the same order.
It is. That was like 2 years ago, and I don't even remember that. I don't remember the songs, but they still a vibe. So.
Time is music. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, time is music. That is.
All right, time is music. So we going to get to this Last Dance.
Bags under my eyes. Down to 2.
But brother, I like this track.
Niggas feel like Rap City and Space in this motherfucker.
Don't put nobody in trouble.
Might put a motherfucker in trouble.
Mr. Get the bitches moving. I'm in that strip club, shawty. Step in the function with a big Glock 40. I won't run for nothing, nigga. What you got for me? Lose a leg or something, trying to take what I got from me. Young boss nigga, it's always about the cash money.
He was my man, should've let him slide on gas money. Let the niggas send your ass off like a crash dummy. Hefe at the wheel, that's what I call fast money. Keep the shit real, he could probably get my last from me. It's whatever I gotta do to keep the trap running. You can go to every single hood I claim and ask for me. I can smell the odor from the fake shit you niggas kicking. I can turn a soda to a spaceship with these prescription. Young Tarzan going ape shit with these gorilla. Red, green, and grape, I ain't drinking on no Miller. Off the yak, break her back, I'm about to kill her. Dudes big and low, I thought I cracked, I'm a builder. She is in the fool, got her stripping in the mirror. Ain't met a bitch better, she ain't met a nigga realer. Yeah. So to keep my energy on me. I gotta have energy. Nerds in my wood, I can't smoke what you morons. Mike Jordan, you big Gordon. You Tony Kukoc. Boy, you're too slow. You like in this ramen acting different for the hoes. My boy that's got it pimpin', do the job for the low. He ain't even know. I'm a player turn coach. Nigga feel like Steve Kerr. I'ma still call the play when my team hurt. Space Jam Gauge, I might leave Earth. Run that shit for a minute, now my feet hurt. Tryna run $250,000 up off these perks. Tryna silence all the critics with this hard work. I would never not give a hard verse. Boy, off them yurts until his heart burst. And shorty pussy pink like a starburst. She wanna suck my dick, I'm like, damn, let me part first. I'ma treat the daddy like she basic. I'ma treat the mansion like the trap and keep the pounds in the basement. I'ma keep the scrap when I'm sleeping. I ain't tryna hurt nobody, I'm on defense. I'ma keep it real for the viewers. Everything chill, this ain't sugar on manure. Don't care how I feel, just want me to stick it to a plug call with a deal till that nigga ship it to us. Yeah. No alley in that shit.
That's just as high. Just another banger. Hey, wait, what's this song?
Fuck you.
Oh shit.
I smoked the ounce today, I guess I'm dealing with my conscience. Bitch, get out my face, cause I can't put up with the nonsense. I almost called the cases, bro, they got me in some dumb shit. On the straightaway, I beat the scene and I punch it. On the straightaway, I beat the scene and I flush it. Got the pigs on my dick, cause I smoke it out in public. Got your bitch on my dick, she hit my DM, I'm like, fuck it. Hit the step back and cross the motor for the bucket. That behind the back, then I pass it to my brother. She a choosy lover, tryna fuck.
You still charging?
I
need to charge so my phone down.
Like an arm in a fucking uppercut you. This a one-on-one, baby, you won't find another. Flow dumb, like I drew and stutter. After she give me hit, her legs spread like butter. And just because I fucked you, don't mean I trust you. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you. I know you love me, but I don't love you. And you can take me, that's why you hate me. And I don't trust you. Nigga, fuck you. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you. I know you love me, but I don't love you. And you can take me, that's why you hate me. And I don't trust you. Nigga, fuck you. I pulled a photo today, I guess I'm moving too fast. And my palms always itching like a nigga called Ryan. Big phone nigga was to put you in the past. If it's 6 feet deep, they gon' put you in the grass. Broke ass nigga, they gon' put you in the cash. When I'm busy getting richer, I can't even be the man. I need a new richer than a brand new bag. Or a cool swag, let the roof back. They like, how you do that? Tell them move back. Took a road trip and a nigga flew back. Got a bag full of work, I used to judge on the church. If a nigga want me dead, then he better give me first. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you. I know you love me, but I don't love you. And you can't take me, that's why you hate me. And now I'm trying to shoot. Nigga, fuck you. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Hey.
I'm supposed to get him
I really better watch this show. You gotta watch this show to catch the show.
Another banger for you right there. Another banger for you right there. You ain't gonna hear it nowhere else. Not the.
You got bangers.
Not the.
What's the word? That's my boy, IJJ Fish, the light skinned nigga one time.
I can't.
I'm gonna remix that shit because I like making beats and shit. What's that?
Man, all right. So you gotta tell us the vibe and energy around those last two songs. What up, world over there? How y'all doing over there on JR's Live?
I don't know if that's not inappropriate to be on live sometimes. Like,
no, because we
Leon,
in the studio.
I love brother Leon, but I didn't get the rules about it wasn't supposed to be filmed, but I caught on in the later part of the joke. You know what I'm saying? And at that moment, JR realized brother Leon was talking about him because he was the only nigga with the phone up. And I was wondering like, why people ain't recording that live?
Talking about you. Right. What song?
So it was The Last Dance. I was inspired by the beat because it sounded like some shit the Bulls would come out to, like Michael Jordan era though, like not.
Okay, I can get that.
The niggas that never win.
Huh?
The niggas that can't get out the first round. We make it though, but you know.
Damn.
You know, I still love my Bulls. You feel me?
I know Jordan was special.
Jordan is special. That nigga, I still got on Jordans today. I was born in '91, so.
Yeah, I think I got on too.
Yeah.
I got some old
I ain't
Jordans.
know
you got
one
yeah.
I ain't winning no more.
I played them.
And then it was like, I don't know, that shit just felt real fly. And I just wanted to say some real fly shit on that beat.
Well, you definitely did.
You know, just whether I ain't really out here looking for no drama. And like I said, like I keep it while I'm sleeping. You feel me? But I be on, you know, all the time.
Period.
I like that, Tyrone. Boy, you feeling that, ain't you? And it was like the last.
Come on, wait a minute.
I was like,
Tyrone, come on over on the mic.
I was like, I hope he connected to the bull. I said, that's gonna be the shit. He make any metaphors about the bull. That's why I was on this motherfucking bull. I'm fucking with that.
Period.
So look, you gotta go check
No.
out man. Y'all gotta check out the song. It's called Bags Under My Eyes. DJ Ray Money. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, everything. Bags Under My Eyes, Volume 1. Bags Under My Eyes, Volume 2. It's like, you know what I'm saying? This
I'm fucking with them tracks.
The new tape.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's called Nice Gas Finish Last. I'm working with some real good producers and engineers, and I'm a producer and an engineer now. Now I elevated my sound, and I feel like I'm coming out with some real. I want to make real songs. Like I want to make.
What you mean?
Like,
Those
right,
right, the real songs. Okay, I'm listening. Come
As an
on.
artist, you know what I'm saying? You challenging yourself to be better than your former self. This is me like 2 years ago before I even picked up.
I got it.
Before I even knew how to stay in key or play a piano.
Fruity Loops, shout out Fruity Loops.
Shout out FL Studios, bro. Like, but I done literally taught myself over the past 5 years. Not only how to DJ, but how to play piano in a certain sense, make beats. You feel what I'm saying?
This.
Yes.
Like create an audience, play parties, real life parties. Like you probably seen me DJ a party before at some point. And
Yeah, I seen
Well,
too.
so I did a lot of artists in development. Like I tried to, you know, they just honored me at the hip hop thing. I used to run a hip hop congress in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Been doing music since '90s, not just artists, produce all that. You know, when we was hitting studios for the DATs, y'all remember the DATs? Around the DATs. Yeah, the DAT.
I just really felt like just being a rapper
you
was just
crushed
like,
that.
it was limiting my skills just for being a rapper. That's why like I'm a DJ now.
Yeah, no, I definitely
You know
understand.
music.
That's the same with like myself. Me engineering and having my own show literally came out of nowhere.
But you do PR.
But no, honestly, I put it out in the universe because it was a growing thing, and I'm just like, you know what? I want my own podcast. And literally 6 months later, the owner, I was at an event, you know, with my daughter who I know I don't look my age, but yes, I got a whole 21-year-old. Those who are here or whatever who know me. But anyway, we were at a hair competition and FMP Radio was there broadcasting live, and they scouted me out. Was like, "Who are you?" And I'm Chrissy, the Heartbeat. You want your own radio show?
Wow.
Yes, yes, I do.
Definitely.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's okay. We gonna show you. And look what 3 years later, I'm engineering my own show. So like literally, I'm walking proof of just continuing to grow and expand.
That's right. That's right.
And continuing to get bigger and bigger. Like this year.
He's like, y'all pressing it, like the connections, like.
Yeah, no, I did this on purpose because he wanted to come last week, and I'm like, nah.
And he put that work in the community. He put the like that's like a gifted thing in the world of
It
like
is.
Chicago. Like when you got like service, youth mentorship, and leadership. Like that's like a gifted thing to do. To like really be out there looking out for people. That's why I say thank you for your service.
Yes, thank
because
you.
of you, I'm able. Because of you, I'm able to work in these other spaces like casinos, cannabis, and contracts and opportunities for Black folk. And because of folks like you kept it generational, you know, and
Yeah,
Chrissy always make the connection. So
that's what I do. You know, I'm the plug thug. I'm the heartbeat. You know, I'm connected to all things.
You gotta text me, man. You gotta text me right now. I can't lose your connection. I ain't
Oh, you
gonna.
know,
No, you ain't gonna never look. As long as you got me.
You're the fan.
What are you saying? As long as you.
Cause you know
You
how
ain't
like,
no, you fan. When she told you you was in the club, you got to. She kept saying you got to join the club.
You got to join
But
the
Chrissy
club.
on something, y'all. Look. We gonna get back on cannabis, but Chrissy on something, y'all. Chrissy said something to me a while ago about something dealing with land, and I said, of course, you know, you're a few in between people or like
And
I'm
I'm
50.
gonna make that happen.
Like I do an intergenerational thing. That's right. And I know some folks trying to build that.
Yes.
And everybody know I don't just do cannabis. I'm a Black farmer by trade. Like I'm with cooperations and shit like that, right?
So what does your doctor stand for? I gotta ask you.
You say what?
Like, what's your
All that's it's in human rights and philosophy. It's just philosophy. But I actually practice. So like all that's honorary. Like no, I'm JR. I tell people JR. I know fuck that doctor. I'm JR, the activist, the organizer. Like I did that shit. Not the theory guy. Not the United Nations guy. The DC guy meeting with the presidents, the mayor, the governor. No, I'm the street guy. Like get out in the field guy. Right.
Yeah.
So that doctor shit don't mean nothing. Like none of that shit mean nothing. Activism. Having the ability to impact somebody's life. That's what matters. Not theory.
It is.
Too many
That's what
motherfucking
matters.
Negroes with these degrees, right? Mental
Understand
masturbating, right? Like whatever you did actively outside of, I had to do this when I was on the course for my master's, or I had to volunteer.
And student loan debt.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm volunteering in the community. What is your reason in the community? Like, but this shit real. Like,
Can they hack into that shit?
also they are. So student debt is gonna disappear.
Oh, wait, look.
But here's the catch. Y'all hear some shit like.
Come on with it.
So like student debt can disappear, but at a lot of jobs you're gonna need in the future, you're gonna need certifications. You have to go through these courses. Here we go again. Yeah, and it's like through this.
Oh, well, I'm Gucci either way. So.
But no, it ain't like you don't gotta go to university. No, you gotta get them $20,000, take this course, and hope you get the job. I know some people have been doing it, man. I know some people. I say
college.
I tell the motherfucker how long you been doing that. You think you getting scammed? Shit.
Scamming at the top of the line, but anyway.
Brother Tyrone.
Yes, Brother Tyrone.
Cannabis.
Can we
Cannabis.
get you to go ahead and introduce yourself? Welcome to FMP Radio, Wind Up Wednesday.
Hey, Chrissy, I'm proud of you, Queen.
Thank you. You know, I've come a long way.
Yes. So,
and still many more to go.
Absolutely. So, those that don't know me, I'm Tyrone Muhammad. I'm the executive.
I can't see you on my screen.
Do I need to come on
over there? Anybody got a code?
How about that?
There we go. Come on with it, Tyrone.
All right, here we go, people.
Brother Muhammad.
I gotta tag this thing, man. Where I need to tag it at?
Hold
on.
You on Facebook?
I'm definitely going to go live for you. Let's see, we serious about this. Let's see what happens. Anything?
And Chrissy, we live on the L. Keep talking.
Oh, I'm here. Tyrone Muhammad, Executive Director for ECCSC. That's ex-cons for Community and Social Change. An organization I founded while in prison after serving 21 years. I just grew tired of the young men and brothers coming in and out of prison while I was serving my time. And I said, you know what? It's clear that the pastors, politicians, elected officials, so to speak, don't have an answer for reformation, prison reform, and social justice when it comes to our little homies. And from that, I said, you know, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna take us to save us is the motto of ECCSC. And I've been doing that ever since I came home. I said, you know,
How long you been home?
Right. How long you been
I've been
home?
home 5.5, almost 6 years. Thank you. July will be
Welcome home.
6
Thank you
years.
for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
You know, he said he came home and gave back to the community
Absolutely. I took. See, you got to think about it. When we coming up, we responsible. I know personally with the GDBD war, the drill, kill, the slide. My group, we was called the Bogus Boys. And so we created all of that stuff.
Not the rap. Tell them this not the rap group. No, this is
so
the real deal.
So I try to tell my little homies as I take them off the streets from this killing each other that they not enemies. They not ops. The very people that create all the disinvestment and a illegal activity in the communities are your enemies.
Right.
The legislators are your enemies.
Right.
That's why you have black people, over 150 elected black positions across the state, and our communities look the way they look. That has to be a problem.
Right.
Our young homies, and they mad that aim is directed in the wrong places.
Right, wrong way.
And music often, that's why it's good to have quality music, even though his music got some
little drill.
He got a little flavor with it. It's not about just sliding on my ops and all of that.
Right.
Even as he talk about just playing defense. I tell elected officials all the time that everybody carrying a gun ain't carrying a gun to hurt anyone.
Period.
Since you can't protect us,
we don't protect
us. Okay.
So, I just try to teach them to be smarter, because just like they have the Second Amendment right to bear arms,
yes,
they need to know about that they can carry guns legally, and opposed to carrying these illegal guns. And by a minute you won't. That's right. But let it be legal. Get yourself legal. It don't take long. And the training. It doesn't take long. But with that being said, so I created all type. I put over 500 ex-cons to work.
Love it.
I probably stopped there. I'm telling you.
I know a lot of them.
Real. And I probably stopped in the last 5 years, over 1,000 shootings.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
So
we know that's facts for sure.
See, you don't stop shootings and murders if you don't remove shooters and murders off the street.
Period.
That's right.
And
that's called an economic alternative.
Man, it's not the guns, it's the thought, the mindset, the behavior. So I do real behavior modification of at-risk youth and boys and men who will hurt one another. You give knowledge of self, then you make killing each other not an option. And then you move from there. But that's what I do. But in order to remove guns, you have to.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, bro. Don't be discouraged. You're doing a great job.
It could be sometime. Because when you see over 150 women and children being murdered in these communities,
that's right.
That should be an appalling. That should make the news every day.
You said 5 years, and you seen all of this.
Yeah.
So I was just telling them 20 years as an activist and organizer, right? Putting this work in. I've been screaming housing.
Yeah.
I've been screaming housing. I'm different than everybody. I can talk shit about a lot of shit because I've been there, right?
Yeah.
When the motherfuckers say, well, these people from Venezuela, I say they Afro-Venezuelans, but I also been in Caracas, Venezuela. I know in Venezuela you get free housing for life, free healthcare for life, and free education for life. You just don't have a pathway to what they call upward mobility. You got to figure out how you gonna get your food,
exactly,
and your water. But they tax for that, right? Now that's your country. So you come into work. I'm tired of everybody going before black women and children. Woo. See, again, I go this way. I went to take over houses, fix them up. I got on some gangster shit with the banks. And I had to fight all these slave ass niggas he was just talking about, these politicians, right? Right? These legislators, right? They put Miss Johnson out. She got cheated out of her motherfucking house. Everybody can admit that. The United States Attorney General can admit banks treated people out the houses. The Illinois State's Attorney General told you the banks treated these people out the house. Okay, I said, okay. So where Big Brother come in and protect the people? Oh, you can't. Right. Well, little brother finna fight for them, right? And I'm finna house black women and children this way. make the bank hire some security, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I had to deal with the slave Negroes, right?
That's
Now I'm
right.
taking over houses, right? I said, wait, the rest, roaches and raccoons in there rent free. The crackhead, the gun houses. I'm not just taking over basic houses. I'm shaking them down for the drill house. Make sure these guns ain't in there.
Yeah.
These raper man houses don't exist. You feel?
Right.
We making
Ooh.
guys get back on their community, and I'm telling people I ain't gotta explain what the fuck I'm doing.
You
I ain't
just
talking to
doing.
them, I'm practicing. Right. I put the cart before the horse, I told them, right? Because I'm tired of black women, man, and children suffering. When we not gonna be last. I say 20 years of human rights work. And this city just found $251 million. I love our mayor.
Wait, pause. What you mean found?
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this again.
Stop.
Stop. So again, let's do this again.
Because we trying to follow that money.
No. So they found. They didn't have it. Let me tell you how I know. Because, see, this money came from the American Recovery Rescue Plan.
Oh, okay.
From the Biden package. Everybody know that that's that COVID dollar, right? But I'm gonna show you what
Here we go.
What
that
you
come
do.
from?
Look.
Watch this. So I'm there, right? So I'm JR, I'm that guy. I'm in DC when they came up to SBA with the anti-eviction law. I'm the founder of the anti-eviction campaign. So all that shit they come put you out, thank the campaign. Right? And I
No, we don't thank you. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know, so like emergency. So emergency rental assistance. I'm glad you said that. Now watch this.
Shit was sexy.
Now stop. Now stop right there. Now in 2022, they told you wasn't no more of that motherfucking money. In October 2022,
They did.
You know, and I remember I'm passing out the money. I'm pouring the Kool-Aid for the government. They give me a big check to pass out this money. I'm building the program for the state. So you telling folks I'm in DC, right? Facts. I'll put it up right now. Right? Facts. And they saying we trying to do rental protections and affordability. Invited by President Biden, you know, right? I'm gonna show you this, right? That shit transformed so quick, right? So quick into some money. So $251 million you found because you told me to tell everybody ain't no more rental assistance money. Remember that part? They ran out of rental assistance money. But you just found $251 million of rental assistance and all type of assistance for some motherfucker that a person coming home from the joint can't get. I have informed everybody that these are human rights violations. Remember, I got 20 years in, 10 years into the UN. And I've been asked by some of my peers nationally and internationally when I'm going to respond. So it was I who told the mayor, you know, a couple aldermen, Jeanette Taylor, Byron Sancho Lopez. I'm going to name them right now, David Moore.
I like David Moore.
Me too. I told Senator Lakeisha Collins. I told Bridget Gaynor, Commissioner Lowry's office with the county. I told each official, like, that's not the process to house people. I said, JR fell asleep at the wheel, focus on casinos and cannabis. I semi-retired and stepped back to focus on my cannabis business, taking a step back away from housing. I had no idea that this was going on for 8 months. How I found out about this was happening with the migrants because of the police behavior. Right? I had been going by a police station. My police in the community said, with the residents, like, man, you ain't been by the police station? Like, no, why? Man, where the fuck you been for 8 months? All these migrants in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Coming from Texas. I said, I thought, wait. And they giving away $51 million. They can become cops and all of this. So look, I find all this out, y'all. How long ago y'all think? A month ago. And I'm Mr. Human Rights, Mr. Housing, Mr. Same Buck guy. You just heard that?
Yes.
And I'm going, where the fuck I been? I heard Tyrone was snapping out on TV and shit about it.
Look, again.
Hey, look. Tyrone was snapping out. Thank you for your service.
No, right. Thank you.
Like, cause I say he taking it easy on y'all.
He surely he do.
So Tyrone.
He
today I said,
low key.
And look, this is how God works. I said today.
They ain't seen the real turn up, Tyrone. They ain't seen the real turn up.
I'm gonna give you a bigger weapon. Hey, you through playing? I'm gonna give you a big weapon. They only understand dollars, bro. I'm gonna give you some games just like I just gave his little brother about the cannabis business. This is free game.
Give me all of us.
So I'm gonna give y'all the game, right? There's a fair housing discrimination case that we can file. And I'm gonna let folks know that we finding out everything today on Hush Show, right? A fair housing, right? Because you told JR for 20 years you can't discriminate with these houses, and I do it from the homeless person to the homeowner. Those are assist for eviction, rental assistance. I can't discriminate around your race, gender, none of that, your class, zip code, none of that, right? So, but you're taking dollars and strictly earmarked for a particular group. That is fair housing, first and foremost. And it's a violation of international protocol because even with the people in Ukraine going to Poland, there's a process to integrate them into the community in Poland, right? You don't just put them straight from Ukraine into the motherfucking neighborhood. Poland government and all governments across the country, even Sudan, because of their conflict, neighboring governments are setting up refugee camps so they can inform the populace that is coming in, right, about the laws,
and
right, and the culture. There's a process to do this so that you don't create civil tension. I'm gonna get straight to it. You wouldn't move people of Israeli descent into Hamas territory. You wouldn't build Palestinian descent into Mossad territory. I'm gonna get you specific, intelligent group. All of these groups, right? Because this would create armed fucking conflict.
Yeah.
And you cannot do that. It's called civil wars.
Ooh.
If you do that, you are violating human rights. That's why we told them you can move GDs into vice lords territory when you knock down a project. That'll create a civil war. You wouldn't move Sunnis into Shiites neighborhood. Right? Palestinians into Israel, Israel into Palestinians. You wouldn't do that shit with the Ukrainians and the Russians. So you ain't gonna do it with black folks. You can't forcibly do this. You're creating tribal wars. And now we're at that point, Ty.
Yes.
So these are some of the protocols. I will help equip you and others. Because I'm finna pop out. So I informed them that they had to do the process. How do I know this? Not only do I do human rights, my brother just built the camp in Indiana with a group of folks called Camp Atterbury, right? For 10,000 Afghanistan refugees. This is how the city and the state kind of got the information, right? You think they would call us about a no-bid fucking contract? You think they would call the motherfucker that they gave that information to? So watch this. Here go the White House piece with the housing, right? I'm done. When I say I'm done, November 14th. What did they say? You can tell the from where?
The White House, Domestic Policy Council, and National Economic Council look forward to your attendance.
What's the subject matter?
This is White House meeting on tenant protections and issues related to rental affordability.
Okay. So why rental affordability? So in November 14th, right?
Yeah.
I can show you the picture of the White House, Treasury, everybody. Now watch this shit. We trying to figure a way to subsidize motherfucking property taxes in November of 2022.
Okay.
Right? That's called rental affordability. In order for the motherfucking landlord to go down on the motherfucking rent, you gotta go down on your property taxes or water bill. I can give you a list of shit you can do. We can get you the math and the science of this shit, Tyrone. I'm not gonna run around another 20 years with you goofy ass motherfucker. Whites, Latinos, and Negroes, and Arabs and Indians in government. I don't give a fuck what your race is. I'm not gonna run around and pontificate, mental masturbate. This is math and science. You want the landlord to give a discount? Government give them a discount. That's how you get rental affordability. So you say you ain't got no more money for rental assistance.
We're going to school today.
He said that rental assistance was good for black folk, and then it disappeared
for
another group of people. Right? That's not equal protection.
We didn't even really get
the full use of it.
Like I swear, like for them to pay my rent for about like 6 months. Like it was kind of scammy Sosa, I felt like, but you know.
Scammy Sosa.
Scammy Sosa.
Yeah, I challenge a lot of it because.
You know what I mean? But I was like, that's what they said I could do to get some free rent for the next woo. Shit, my landlord struck a deal with me. I felt like that was illegal.
It was.
Yeah,
he told you 6 months and he got paid for a year. It's just little shit they be doing.
Nah, we was in cahoots. I
know you knew what's up, but you know, but still in all, it was gonna be yours anyway it go. We told the government not to even involve the landlord. Just like you gave them stimulus check out.
Right.
We ain't even got to argue with the landlord. Maybe he don't want to live with that landlord no more.
Right.
Maybe this is his get out of hell free card. The nigga ain't fixed up the motherfucking water, the rats running around. Baby done got lead poisoning.
All of that.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is his get out for give him the 15, 20 G.
The windows is broken, shit.
Like they played us, right? They played. Now you get tired of them playing. So a month ago, I started a human rights investigation.
Playing in your face.
Right?
Smiling in your face.
I told them, Tyrone, Ford Heights and Chicago Heights. That's why I called Commissioner Gaynor and the county official Larry. And they were starting to work on a process, right? And I would say everybody was just waiting. In the UN protocol, the reason why you have to follow through a process so you don't have Mr. Tyrone Muhammad on public television for all the world to see, because all of that become a record for the UN. They don't take our word. They go pull up the video. Exactly. Is that the Negro saying build the wall in South Shore? Is are we being told they do not want a sanctuary city? Are we being fooled? Are things being forced on black people? Right? Yeah. And so when we found out about I found out about 115th was an option. and I know Brother Mosley, right? And I have been trying to get to them like, look, my brother don't do that. There's a process to this. There's a reason why the Afghans are where they at. It's a reason why the Eastern Europeans from Kosovo are down in Wisconsin Dells. I can tell you where everybody from these war zones are as refugees. There's a process you must integrate them in the community. I don't give a fuck about no other community. When it comes to the Black community, you need to follow international and community protocol. I was going to tell you this. And I told this you in this for 20 years. And the Black community is such a delicate situation.
Yes.
They can't take no more.
No.
Why the straw broke the camel's back a long time ago.
They can't take no more, but they will. Because they don't believe it. See, listen, man. Until them shorties, they gonna do something real crazy. And one of these little homies gonna let them chopper go out in front of that whole stage. And that's when it's gonna break loose then what you talking about.
Yep.
They don't believe it until it actually happens.
So my job is to prevent that.
We knew it was
my job is to prevent that.
You ain't gonna prevent it.
Yes, I am.
You're not gonna prevent it. The dice cast, they don't listen to us. Listen, Dale, how long you been talking about this stuff? Let me just say something.
Too long.
It's
here now.
Look,
it's here now.
Lord. How long Mark Carter was talking about?
It's here now.
So thus said the Lord.
It's here now.
The only thing they understand is their ass.
Hey, so this is what I told you.
You ain't gonna stop that.
Here's the issue you have.
I
know. So here's the issue,
but you got the gangsters coming in from Venezuela, thinking they finna mob.
I know. We know.
Listen,
the police
the moment they learn the city, learn where the guns at, learn where the dope at, and figure out how to carve them a niche somewhere. They gonna do like we did. Well, we was flipping beans.
That's not gonna happen. You
was doing this because we want the dope spots, and it was all about money. With them, they have coaching, they have language.
That's right.
We don't have none of that. So three people make up a clique in a set.
Ty. So this is what we say, right? And I told the U.S. government, everybody official that I know, and the nonprofits, right? I'm gonna be real mathematical and scientific. If I'm wrong, say, well, no, you're wrong. On Black Friday, right, we shut down Mad Mile. For the folks that was out there, y'all knew what happened, right? You remember what happened, right? You remember what happened? They was finna try to run in the stove. We went for all the GD Songbites or D4 Traveler. Exactly. Thank the Nation of Islam, every motherfucking red, black, and green. Thank every motherfucking organization that came out, the fraternity, sorority, Masons, Eastern Stars. Every motherfucker was somebody in Black Chicago to stop it from being a great robbery on Black Friday for Laquan McDonald. Because what you see now after George Floyd, you could have seen on Black Friday.
Yeah.
We had to calm shit down.
Again.
Right? Yeah. But after that, right, when people say, where did you go, JR? I knew where shit was headed. I wasn't trying to go away like Boomia, Jeff, Larry Hoover, none of these motherfuckers.
You did what you was supposed
to do.
and
be a political prisoner.
You gotta get some money. Listen, bro.
It's not just getting money, like you can't finance your war.
No, we have to finance our own war.
We do.
They're not gonna do it.
Not even our people.
That part, not even our own people.
That benefits from
that part, like
you asking this person the system that created
that's
the
right
issues to
take their foot off your neck.
No,
take your foot off my neck. No, for what? So you be all right. So you be up here with me?
No, you have to find.
But with these young Black folks, though, this is what I was trying to tell the government, and I got to file this UN complaint before it go there, because I seen that people did some things without thought, right? And
Lord.
So I actually have properties in the hundreds. Everybody know that West Pullman Road. Now, my family legends out there, like it is what it is. A lot of them is who they is in the street tribes, right? So I went and polled the community, right? About, okay, if I know this is gonna be a problem, how can I get ahead of it, right? Talk to these other, okay, like what are the parameters? I know in Cabrini Green, they don't leave in front of the police station. They go from police station to Target and where they gotta go. They don't convene in the parks like that. They don't do nothing. It's ordered because like it's a different structure in Cabrini Green. It's dangerous for everybody. Like you got racist white folks over there who's waiting on their moment. They know a Black person will get blamed for it, or one of their own people will blame for it, right? I mean, because you got some people like, we done had a Confederate flag issue, like in Cabrini, we rectified it, right? But they know that certain neighborhoods ain't
That
gonna
sound
go.
like that's a story.
Certain
behind
aldermen, some aldermen know certain neighborhoods ain't going at gunpoint. So again, we offer an alternative.
I heard, and I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. I heard like, cause I think like I'm in the process of buying a crib or whatever, right? So I was talking to my landlord or whatever. So the first house.
You gotta speak more into the mic.
All right, so the first house kind of like defaulted or whatever, and I ended up moving in there. But I was talking to the landlord, and he was kind of pissed. He was like, "Damn, man, because the government offering me twice what your rent is right now to move an immigrant in that motherfucker. I thought we was lit. I gotta cancel the contract."
Hey, bro, that is real.
I
talk.
like, dang.
So now stop right there. Stop right there.
Dang, what?
There was a process. You're right. So it's like Section 8 times 2. They say they spend $7,000 per month. I'm coming. I'm getting afforded information in real time. So when I started doing the math, like, no, this ain't the process because this neighborhood ain't going. Like this ain't no joke. Like Tyrone said, these young boys gonna get wild. You ain't gonna be in this neighborhood disrespecting their mamas and none of that.
No.
Man, it's gonna go out. They gonna come up in it. Ain't no private security stopping nothing.
No.
What are we doing, people?
Yeah.
What are we really doing? Because the black community ain't going. And that's why I told people, like, if we pop back out, it is what it is. They gonna tear up everything. First and foremost, they finna tear up the city.
For sure.
They finna tear up the city. Black folks finna get tired. And they finna tear up the city. Everybody know how they finna tear up the city. They them the mic. They finna tear up the city.
Like
It's
Ronnie
legit.
King.
Like George Floyd again. Like,
George Floyd.
and I can tell you can expect the police to do nothing. And they like they default on it. I think people are tired. Those people have been up like they are really making this migrant conversation not what it really is. It has caused naturalization tension. Let me say it like that, dude. Between Latinos who have came here the right way or the other way.
Right.
Yeah. Right? Black community, white community, law enforcement, government officials have turned everybody against each other. My job is doing human rights is to report. But you came with JI, I have to report the truth. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And the police made me hear their truth. They wouldn't let Inglewood Barbie feed the homeless in the police station. I have the report, right? She posted it, right? That's called equal protection under the law. I publicly, and it's on police cam, did this a week ago. The community was like, they get it. I had enough. So the police come to shut down us in the park at Cabrini Green at 12 o'clock. I mean, 11 o'clock, like on the dot. Right? And I'm going, no, I'm not complying to that. Because I know they're in parks right now. You ain't saying shit to them on 63rd. The ones that kicked out the shelter right there, right? I'm not complying to that. I told everybody neighbor y'all can leave. These motherfuckers have to physically remove me. I'm on that today. I just left the Black Contractors event, Tyrone, and then the Chicago Association of Realtors, right?
Oh, I wanted to go there.
Yeah, BCO, yeah, Sean, one of my good brothers. Yeah. You know, and I said, you know, I was the alderman and them, and that was the fucking conversation about the money with everybody, like. And everybody was apologizing, like, I didn't know they was gonna take your idea. I'm fuck the money. Like, my brother gonna eat. Y'all gave them people the contract. They call his people, right? Right. He run that. Like, that's what he do. He just did one in Indiana. He gonna eat. He a veteran. Like, he ain't worried about none of that. And I'm his brother. You feel me? I'm gonna go hard for him. He put in service for this country, a military contract, service connected disabled because of that. Like, he gonna eat. You know, but he's gonna eat the way we say. And he ain't gonna just do it for them. You're gonna do something for black folk. We can do some mobile home for the black homes, right? The previously home, we can do mobile homes, right? So the process is a tent, then a mobile home, and once you get legal and afforded to the law, then you get a house and go into the community, right? Because technically, here we go with a legal thing, why they can't be deported and arrested. If you don't know the law, every paperwork you get in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois, county of Cook, if you look at the document when they bring a charge against you, whether it's the city, county, or the state, it said that you did two things: knowingly laws and willingly breaking it. After having knowledge of the laws and laws of this city, they don't have knowledge of it because Chicago ain't affording them that training yet, right? Yeah. And they just put so they can get away with a lot legally. That's why you're seeing a lot of that behavior unprosecuted. And so I get afforded all of this after just the last month. After seeing this, I know it's a scam y'all running.
Oh, it's a scam.
It's always a scam. So before we get like any more deeper into this conversation, because we almost at 2 hours. What? We almost at 2 hours. And I know that this conversation can definitely continue. Yes. So I have to invite you guys back on the show, especially Mr. Tyrone Muhammad, you came in, you know, and joined the conversation. This was a phenomenal conversation, and as we see, it's a continued conversation that will have us learning new things and be like, "Dang, that's really what's going on."
Stop playing.
I know, right? Stop playing. But you know, I want to just make sure that I get you all to say any final remarks. Let people know how they can get in contact with you, because I gotta get some sleep. No,
You don't sleep. You're like me.
no, I'll technically I just need about a good 5 hours and I'm good. 5 hours and I'm good. But anyway, go ahead and I love 5 hour nap, you know. I want to greatly appreciate all of the information that has been shared today. And I'm excited to continue to learn more from each of you all as we are building this social club because it's happening,
It's
you know.
happening.
And as you know, I'm the heartbeat, so I'm going to keep everything together, you know, and flowing.
Appreciate you.
Yes, that's what I do. But anyway, go ahead and let everyone know how they can stay in contact with you. As far as social media, your website.
Or they can call me at 588-2300.
Don't know that number.
Hey, they don't know
Showing your
that.
age.
Yeah, I'm showing my age, dog. I am J.R. Fleming on Instagram. Willie J.R. Fleming on Facebook. Chicago Anti-Eviction Campaign on both social medias and Twitter.
Thank you.
Yo, I am DJ Ray Money. I am DJ Ray Money on Instagram. You can find me. If you want to go find me, just go listen to my music. DJ Ray Money. You can go find it anywhere, spell everything right. That's really it, man.
Tyrone Muhammad at Facebook, TyroneMuhammad.com. Support your local weed man. .com. Support your local weed man on Facebook, Instagram. Y'all know we got 2 dispensaries open.
That's
and,
right.
Congratulations on
and
that.
about to open another one on 43rd Street. So we
Loving that.
really just trying to be able to help.
I'm so
these
glad
young
to be
people
in the
grow.
mix.
Oh yeah, it's about to
Yeah.
go down real soon.
Yeah, we had to carve our own way in this industry.
Oh, we
I
was
know,
good.
I
See,
love it.
know we
I
like
love
to
it.
fight. But yeah, you got me in TyroneForSenate.com.
That's right,
2026. Big Durban, I'm coming for your spot.
Ooh, you heard it
All
live
the smoke.
first on Wind Up Wednesday with Chrissy the Heartbeat. With that, we're gonna go ahead and close out and get ready for the end of the night. You know, pretty much it's time to go. So hard to say goodbye, but we're gonna be back next week with another great show. And I'm gonna make sure I get the fellas to come back and join the conversation because this was a really great conversation today. Tonight, I appreciate all of the information and knowledge that was shared. And with that, DJ Ray Money,
Yo.
what song can we close out to?
We can close this thing out to. I don't know. I want to hear. Let's go to Hot 16.
Hot 16. Ooh, all right. Hot 16 is what it is. And with that, peace, love, and hair grease. You know?
Chris, you smoke. Chris, you smoke.
Smoke Rippers.